look at it compared to my head. So which one is the silver blush? And I've actually not shown these anywhere before. Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my anthurium collection, showing you all the different anthuriums I have and talking you through a little bit about each of them. But yeah, if you are new here and you don't know me already, my name is Emma and I make houseplanty content all over the internet. So if you want to follow along with my houseplanty journey and learn something along the way, stick around, watch some more of my videos, and subscribe to my channel. If you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. Sorry to interrupt before we get into the actual video, but I feel like this announcement warranted the interruption. So as some of you might know, I plan a plant swap event and we are currently fundraising for a future event. And we have gotten a very special plant as a donation to this fundraiser. So Cheryl in Motion has donated another variegated RAPHIDOPHORA TETRASPERMA cutting, and this one's got 4 leaves, fenestrations, and it's partially rooted. So it is insane. I'll put all of the entry information and a link down below in the description on how you can buy some raffle tickets to hopefully win this prize. I also want to say it is UK only, so sorry everyone else folk, but we can't ship internationally. So yeah, UK only, and ticket entries are £2. And we're hoping to raise funds to make future plant swaps bigger and better than ever before. So if you want to win this variegated RAPHIDOPHORA TETRASPERMA, this insane prize, go to the link in the description and enter to win. Right, back to the regularly scheduled content now. Right, I think I'm gonna go in order of when I got them. So the first anthurium I ever got is kind of looking a bit at the minute. It is the anthurium Clarinervium. I honestly think this is the perfect beginner anthurium because it allows you to see what sort of care anthuriums need without spending a whole bunch. I think you can probably get these for 20 to 30 pounds nowadays, at least in the UK, and their care is pretty similar to a lot of other velvety anthuriums, which are pretty much the only ones I have. They're the ones that I find like really like special. So it's a really good starter anthurium, perfect to like begin your anthurium journey if you're like wanting to test the waters and like maybe get like a really big Regale or something down the line. Like, this is a good place to start to see if you could potentially care for them. If you can't care for this one, then you might want to reconsider purchasing very expensive ones. But this is where it all began. I absolutely love this plant. Like, look at those like stunning, like extremely heart-shaped leaves. Their lobes are like so pronounced, and mine is not huge. Mine obviously has 3 leaves, and I knew it on the way, which is exciting as always. But like, it's just a good like easygoing plant. To be honest, I neglect it, which I know is bad, but like, it's okay. I have a lot of plants, and like, this isn't my favorite now. I have like anthuriums that I like better, but I still really love this one and like admire like the super duper dark velvety leaves, and they are still so soft and they've still got that sparkle in them, and so it has everything that I love about anthuriums. It's just like not the fanciest of them all, if that makes sense. The next anthurium I got would probably be the ones that I got in my Equigenera order, which I think was May 2021. So it's been a year and a bit, almost a year and a half now, and in that I got several anthuriums. It was kind of my first foray into like the ones that are a little bit more expensive, and so I imported them because importing is cheaper than buying already established plants in the UK. So this is my Forgetii white stripe, which literally just put out this leaf, and this leaf is freaking huge. It's literally the size of my head, which is crazy seeing as the previous leaf, it was big, but like not this big. Like, I'm so proud of it, and I feel like Forgetii have a very distinct leaf shape. I don't know if they do grow lobes, but it's attached to the top. They don't have a sinus there and lobes like some other anthuriums do, but they still have the same like really nice dark velvety leaves, and this is a white stripe, so the stripes are even more contrasted. I think it started for me with leaves about this size, maybe a little bit smaller, but it is growing really well, and I could probably propagate it if I wanted to. You can see it's coming out there, and I do have inflorescence that's just popped out on this one, like in the last day or two. It's starting to like actually properly pop out, if it would focus. But it probably won't. That's fine. Come on, let's do this. There we go. So yeah, that's an inflorescence. And normally I cut these off, but I'm kind of tempted to keep them to see if I can collect pollen and potentially pollinate. Like, I've been watching Claire pollinate her Clarinerviums for a while now, and I know it takes a really long time. And I feel like I could at this point. Like, this one, it's not like a huge established plant, like they can grow much bigger, but I feel like it's in a place where it might be able to sustain creating seeds or berries or whatever. So we will see. I don't have any pollen to put on it, and I think this is going to be the first one to pop, so this one probably won't have to create berries, but if I could harvest the pollen from it, that would be like good at the very least. But yeah, I love this one a lot. And I'm pretty sure this leaf isn't even fully hardened off yet, so that's very exciting. I'm thrilled with this leaf. I saw it starting to come in and I was like, this is gonna be a big one, and oh my god, I was so freaking right. It is absolutely massive, so yeah, yay. In that same order, I got this anthurium Pulchachense, and this still technically is not my plant. I swapped this plant away in like March or something, but it's still in my collection for some reason or another. I'm still waiting to hear back from the person I swapped it with, and it doesn't seem like they are biting at the bit, chomping at the bit to get it, so fine. And this is not my favorite anthurium. I don't really care that much about it. I got it because it was in a bundle. I think I got the... Oh, what was the bundle? I literally don't remember the bundle. I'm gonna, if you want to know, I'll link in the clickable eye to the video of me actually like showing you the plants I got when I got them. So yeah, it was in a bundle and I got it as a set with other things as well. And so it wouldn't have been my first choice, but it was there and I figured I could like sell it on or swap it on for someone who would appreciate it more. For a while it was not doing great. As you can see, it's got quite a lot of browning there. It probably wants a bit higher humidity. I have taken it out of the IKEA cabinet, but the newest leaf that it's given me is this one, and this is the healthiest leaf so far and the biggest leaf so far as well. So I'm feeling a little bit better about it. I think it's gotten used to being outside of the cabinet now, but for a while I think it was very, very unhappy with the lower humidity situation. I'm hoping to eventually not have it in my collection. Not that I don't want it, but I'm hoping to give it to its rightful owner. So hopefully that'll happen probably next year at this point, but we'll see. Another anthurium in that bundle, oh my goodness, was this one, which is genuinely my biggest anthurium ever. Do you freaking see this? I'm like surrounded by anthurium. So this is my anthurium Crystallinum, and oh, I just got stabbed in the eye with inflorescence. That wasn't fun. But this is my biggest anthurium, and it has grown so well. Oh, the Magnificum. That was the other one in the bundle. It was Magnificum, Crystallinum, and the Pulchachense, and I wanted the Magnificum and then the Crystallinum, not the Pulchachense. I've since gotten rid of the Magnificum, but this is my favorite one. I would have paid the whole price just to get this one plant because I genuinely... Uh-oh. No! No, you don't. You're not allowed to have thrips. Ugh. That's annoying. I don't see any adults, which is good, but just like 1 or 2 babies. Well, I'll have to wash my hands after touching this plant, but it's fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Excuse me a second while I literally look over every leaf to make sure that they're all okay and that they're not like massively infested. Okay, so I only saw 2 larvae on 1 leaf, so it shouldn't be a problem. I will just put some predatory mites on this plant and it'll be all good. Sorry for that interruption, that was not planned. But now I know and I can take care of it for the future. So yeah, this is, as you can see, my biggest anthurium, and it has sized up loads since I got it. I think I got it when its leaves were this size. Sorry, it's also the heaviest because it's in like a big ceramic pot and pond, so it's got water in there. So this was the biggest leaf, and now I think this is the biggest leaf, or it might be this one back here. But I think that this brand new leaf is gonna be even bigger. I'm hoping. I know like we're going into winter now, and so like it might be slightly smaller or like comparable size to this one, because I think this one is actually the biggest. But like, look at it compared to my head. It's like bigger than my freaking head. I am like so obsessed with this plant. I love it so much. Like, this was kind of the one that like fully solidified my love for velvet leaf anthuriums. I love watching the leaves start out as these like tiny little things, and then they just expand. And this one goes a really nice red color as it's growing. I'm not going to touch it too much because I don't want thrips to get on it, but it's a nice reddy color, and they just go and they just expand over time, and it takes a while sometimes, especially for the bigger leaves. It takes a minute, but yeah, I love it so much. And this one's also producing inflorescence, so maybe if I get the pollen from the Forgetii, I can cross it with this one, so Forgetii Crystallinum cross, which would be amazing. I think I would really like that, and I think this plant is definitely established enough to like handle having this. Also, this one is in pond. So far, I've only showed you ones in soil thus far, and they're perfectly fine living in soil. I've had some before that I've just kept in moss for a really long time, and they've been perfectly okay with that as well. You'd have to fertilize them. This one is currently in pond. It's either Lechuza or Soil Ninja, I'm not exactly sure which one, but it's liking the semi-hydro life. It just keeps pushing out really nice leaves. I think it's definitely done 2 or 3 this summer growing season, and I know we're going out of growing season, and the fact that it's still producing new growth is like the best thing in the freaking world. And like, I just feel like maybe this needs to be the thumbnail of the video. Me and my massive anthurium. I love it so much. Oh, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. So yeah, that's kind of like my pride and joy anthurium at the minute. Next one I probably got was this one, which I grew from a oh, I should probably wash my hands before I touch anything else. 1 second. Clean hands. Right. So this was the next one that I got, and I got this as a baby, like an anthurium seedling. And it has grown so well for me. This was one that I had growing in just pure moss for a really long time. I only put it in soil like quite recently, and oh my goodness, it's already outgrowing this pot. But it, like, its leaves literally started the size of my thumbnail, and now like, look at it. Like, it's not huge, but it's here. I think this is the Magnificum Forgetii combo. So it's getting the sort of lobes of the Magnificum, the like leaf shape of the Magnificum, but the velvetiness of the Forgetii, which is just like, oh. Or is it a Mag Crystallinum? No, it's gotta be Mag Forgetii. I always forget anthurium hybrids. I'm gonna have to go back and look. I'll put it on the screen which one is the correct one. But I genuinely really love it, and this one has like super duper red stems, and even like in here it has this gorgeous little bit of red, which you kind of get on some of the other anthuriums, but even when the leaves kind of harden off, you still have it a tiny little bit in there, which I think is super duper cute. And I think this is the one I'm most proud of because I basically grew it from like the tiniest little thing, a literal seedling, but it is like rooted like crazy. I think it's absolutely loving the soil life now. Look at those roots. Oh my goodness. So yeah, this just lives in my IKEA cabinet. So far, everything else has been living out in my general home humidity, which, so I think almost everything lives out in my general home humidity. I've only got 3 that are in cabinets, but yeah, cabinets. This one's in a cabinet. But yeah, I love it so much, and every single time this one pops out a new leaf, also there's like good predatory mites on here, which I'm really excited about. It had a sachet on it before, but I'll just take this sachet and put it on the other one because I think this one's okay. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's fine. Next up, I probably got this one. So this one is another one in Pawn. This one lives in my Pawn box. This one was given to me in an import thing I did. I don't remember who from, probably Green Spaces ID. But this was given to me as a silver blush. And I'm confused. Mostly because I also have this one, which was also given to me in an import, which was given to me as a silver blush. So which one is the silver blush? Please help me and comment down below. Are they both silver blush? Like this, I guess this new leaf that's popping out is very like round. So it's more similar to that, but the big leaves on here are so strikingly silver that I'll get back to this one. But yeah, so given to me as a silver blush, and I love it, but I think it might be a Dorayaki. I'm not too sure. It's definitely some sort of Crystallinum hybrid, but that's something I also wanted to ask about. So I was trying to do research about silver blush and Dorayaki to try and figure out what these were. I think is it Dorayaki or Dorayaki? I'll figure it out. But I was trying to do research on them to see what the difference is and what's going on, and all of the research I could find on either of them, some even said they're the same, but I don't think they are. They just said Crystallinum hybrid. But what's it a hybrid of? Because if it was just 2 Crystallinums, wouldn't it just be another Crystallinum? Not a silver blush or a Dorayaki? Like, what is the other part of the hybrid that goes into the Crystallinum genes that makes them a different plant? That's what I want to know, and I've tried Googling it, and I legitimately cannot find anything other than Crystallinum hybrid, which is somewhat helpful, but I want to know who the other parent is so I can figure out these sort of genetics, because they're really cool, and I absolutely love this one. I love it's like, it's got very heart-shaped leaves as well. Almost like Clarinervium-y, but the veining is much more pronounced on this one and more silver, so I'm like, okay, maybe that's what makes a silver blush. But then I got the other one, and it's got longer leaves, and like the veination, the silver in that's like spread out to basically the rest of the leaf, so I'm like, okay, maybe that's what makes it a silver blush. What makes it a silver blush? I think I don't quite know enough about anthuriums to be able to tell between. I would absolutely love to know because I'm so curious about it. I was speaking to Claire about it and I'm like, I just don't know. I think I just need to ask some experts. I just need to find them first. But also this one's popping out a new leaf. Look how tiny it is. That's how tiny they start, and then they grow up to be like this size or bigger, which is super exciting. This one is just a prop at the minute. It's growing kind of interestingly for me. It's kind of got a bit of a vine on it. Like, I'm almost interested to see if I can get it to climb, because that would be very interesting, because I know climbing anthuriums do exist, but I'm not sure. Like, this one isn't one as far as I know. So I'd be very interested to see, and I'm curious to see how this one grows as well. I could probably almost put this in something. I could probably do it now, but I like waiting until it's got like secondary roots. I could probably put it in pollen actually, which I might do. But for now, it's just gonna continue living in water. And this one is also in my IKEA cabinet. So this is my weird silver blush struggle. I don't know which is which, and I don't know how to tell. Next up, I think I bought these. So these are anthurium seedlings. So this was about the size of my other, of this one when I got it. It was this big. And so the fact that it's grown to here is like insane. It's been a little bit of time, but just patience is the key with these, I think. So I've grown these ones actually from seeds. So I bought seeds off of Mark, Your Babylon, and I'm not sure what hybrid they are. I think they're some sort of mag hybrid again, but I don't think he knew either, which is fine. We'll see. Maybe we can figure it out together once it's grown leaves that actually look like something or other. But I feel like this one's leaves, it doesn't have like the intense veination, and it definitely feels like not as velvety as some of my other velvety ones. It definitely feels more Magnificum-y, which is a more like suede-y texture than a velvet texture. But there's 3 in here, and I actually only recently put these into soil. They had been living in moss in like a covered container for a really long time. Now they're underneath a bell jar in the office, so they're getting some like humidity, but not loads. I actually need to water it, so I'll probably water it after this video. But they're all rooted, and I think they are growing since I've put them in this, so we'll see what happens. But this is definitely a slow journey. I think I must have got these seeds in like the spring, so it's been a while. You could probably grow them faster if you put them in a brighter spot or gave them rooting hormones or growth hormones or whatever, but I did nothing. I just left them as seeds. I know I asked ages ago whether or not y'all want to see like my whole process of sprouting seedlings, which I could do, but I wanted to get a plant that looked a little bit more like an anthurium before I posted anything. Yeah, so that is these. And then next I would have gotten this, which used to have a lot more leaves, but they have slowly died off, which is fine. This is a Silver Blush X Forgetii, but this was also an import, and that is why it's lost a bunch of leaves, but it's carrying on. This one also lives outside of the cabinet. It would probably prefer to live inside of the cabinet, but it's fine, and it does definitely need some water, but otherwise it's a very healthy plant. Like, I've not noticed anything going wrong with it. It feels like nice and firm. It has fungus gnats, but so do every single plant in my collection at the minute, which I'm working on, and I'm gonna try and make a video on me trying to solve this problem, because it's a freaking issue at this point. Infestation, one might call it. So we're gonna deal with that struggle in a different video. But yep, this is the Silver Blush Forgetii mix, which is very cute. And then the next 2 I got at the Rare Houseplant Festival, which, I mean, I'm sure you've seen, but I had literally wanted this plant for years. This was the first anthurium I saw where I was like, I need it. And so this is a Waroqueanum, if I didn't say that already, but it is gorgeous. Like, I am obsessed with these long leaves. Mine had a bit of damage that I did cut off to stop it from spreading, but it's still spreading, so who knows. But this leaf is almost perfect, but just like, I love it so much. So much. And I know that they're picky, but this one also lives in my cabinet. I've actually staked it up because it was going a little bit down before. It's in a tall pot in soil, and I actually attached this to the back grid of my cabinet, so it like is sturdy on there, because I'm so afraid of this one falling one day, because it's so, like, its leaves are so long and it's so like top heavy that I just don't want to risk it falling. So it's, the plant is attached to the pole and the pole is attached to my cabinet, so it is not going anywhere anytime soon. I haven't had any like new growth or anything on it. It has been quite slow in that, but it's producing really amazing roots ever since I put it in here. This was also an Ecuagenera plant, I should say, so I did have to like rehab it or acclimate it, but to be honest, like, it's not been difficult at all, and I'm not like, it's been fairly simple, though I haven't had any new growth yet from it. So we will see when that comes, if it comes. If it doesn't, I will be very sad, because like, this was literally my #1 wish list plant for years. So having this one is just like, I love it so much. And then with it, at the Rare Houseplant Festival from Ecuagenera, I also got this one, which looks like a little umbrella. But it is an Anthurium Regale, which is going to be kind of hard to show you because its leaf is actually like 90 degrees from its stem. But it's a Regale. Again, it is huge. So I didn't think I would like the Regale. Like, I'd only ever seen it in pictures online, and from those I just didn't really care. But as soon as I saw this one in person, I was like, well, I have to have it now. And so I got it, and I love it. This one's also not really done anything since I've had it. It is living in my Rudsta cabinet now. It was in the Millsville before, but it's got a light above it. That's why the leaf is going this way, so it can receive light. But I honestly think the light is a little bit strong for it, because it has developed some like yellowing around the sides and like not quite bleaching, but it's gotten a little bit lighter than it was before. So I'm just aware of that. Also, like, the veins on this one are 3-dimensional. Like, I don't know, like, none of the other Anthuriums I have that sort of 3D veination. But these are just like textured in addition to this like very soft shiny velvet leaves. So I'm so glad I have this one, but I'm kind of scared that I'm not going to be able to give it the best environment, because I've heard these are picky as well. So we'll see, but I just love how big it is. Like, look how big that leaf is. And this one's also in pon. Nothing really special there. It's just in pon. The semi-hydro from Soil Ninja, actually. So I do fertilize it with liquid gold leaf to get it nutrients, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I just wanted to make new leaves, but to be honest, I don't know where I would put it if it made a bunch more leaves, because they would take up so much space. And then lastly, yeah, I think I've talked about everything else. Lastly, I have these, and I've actually not shown these anywhere before because I've been quite nervous about them, because I am scared that I'm going to kill them. So I actually got these because Lisa, Happy Plant Collector, sent me a message saying, hey, I know someone who's selling variegated anthurium seedlings. Yes, you heard that right. Variegated anthurium seedlings. And I was like, okay, sign me up. How much? Tell me where. And so she bought them from the seller, and then I sent her the money. But I have 2 little variegated anthurium seedlings. So one there and one there. And you can see one is definitely like a lot bigger than the other. But they are just living in moss at the minute. and they are rooting. So I normally wouldn't do this, but I've done it now. So here's one. This is the tiny little one. So it's got a tiny root on it. And then the slightly bigger one has more roots, but I'm not gonna pull it out because I'm scared. Yeah, I genuinely, I don't know what type of anthurium it is. I will send a message to Lisa to ask again. I'm not sure if she knows, but you can definitely see the variegation on the leaves. It is not solid, it is very minty. Yeah, I'm just really interested to see where these go, how they grow, and what they grow into. But I'm fascinated by them. So, obviously, I'm growing them like I grew my other seedlings, and they're in moss with a cover on it. I should probably fertilize these though when I'm watering them because they would benefit from a little bit of fertilizer. But we'll see. This is just a very, very exciting, not experiment, but like test for me, because I've never seen anthurium seedlings that were variegated before. I'd never heard, I'm sure you could get variegated ones, but I never heard of it. So I was like, why not? Why not give it a go? They were only actually £7 each for each of these. So not terrible price, not super expensive. And so I figured for £14, why not give it a go? And if it doesn't work, that's fine. But if it does work, I've got variegated anthuriums and I can share them with all of you. Like in videos and on Instagram and stuff. But yeah, that's my newest, most terrifying anthurium. So yeah, that is my anthurium collection. I love all of them, except for the Pulchachense. I don't love that one, but I like it, I just don't love it. It's somebody else's plant. I can't let myself love it because I do have to give it to them at some point. But yeah, those are all my anthuriums. I really hope you enjoyed seeing them all. I enjoyed sharing them all with you and sharing how they're doing. And oh my god, my Crystallinum, I could just stare at that one literally all day. I love it so much. But before I leave, I want to thank my newest members of the Good Growing fam over on Patreon, Bridget, Sheldon, Joe, and Marielle. Thank you all so much for joining the Good Growing family. And thank you all so much for watching this video, and I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below and leave a comment on other houseplants you'd like me to talk about, any other collections you'd like me to share, any more information about these. Let me know down below in the comments and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!